Hello, prophetic weirdo here with another tarot reading. um, just wanted before I get into the cards, I just wanted to add that I know that there's a long duration of the videos that I post and stuff like that, and it takes me a while to get readings out, but it's really hard for me to find time to pull cards or to even record, honestly, because I have almost a 2-year-old child, and she takes up a lot of my time, a lot of my energy. you know it's not her that takes my energy, it's just day-to-day life. That's just life. You're tired, waking up in the middle of the night, feeding her, or she's doing better. But yeah, I hope y'all don't hate me for you know taking so long to get these readings out. And I hope that's not, maybe that's what's affecting my channel. I'm supposed, you should post more so you can get more exposure, right? More yeah. So I have this awesome deck. I hope y'all appreciate it as much as I do. This Soul Cats Tarot. I love cats. I love animals. I love animals. My dream is to have a barn someday of a whole bunch of animals. But yeah, I hope y'all doing okay. I hope life isn't kicking you too hard, and if it is, just know that nothing lasts forever, not even the rain. The the rainbow and the sun always comes out shining. Will eventually shine on you, on your time. I'm not saying like your time, like I'm saying like I feel like people have aha moments or serendipitous. Was it serendipity? Is that how you say it? Is that how you say it? Serendipity. Serendipity. You know what I mean? And usually those moments happen when you are in like this almost euphoric feeling, and you're just like, oh my god, I love this feeling. This was always meant for me. It's always been people like, oh, I've never felt this way about the, like so passionate about this and that. And usually that's what drives people, passion, realizations to like, oh my god, I could do this and be happy forever, and not be miserable in my life because I don't have a purpose. Or I believe everybody should have a purpose. Everybody should believe in their own purpose, you know what I mean? Like, too many people give up on themselves. I mean, I could be one of them. I've had, negative thoughts, and I've always had to like when they say like you're supposed to go through it, you know, anything that it, anything or everything, that about life, you know. Um I forgot what I was gonna say. Anyway, this is a tarot reading for y'all. It's gonna be collective. I don't know if I would ever do individual like signs anymore, just because well, that I've noticed, that I've seen, usually every sign like like I would say, intervenes or entwines with other, tarot signs, zodiac signs. Usually the same messages start to come out, and it just gets like, redundant, I guess. Like, why post, something similar when, it's something that I don't know. Or maybe that's what's needed, like, I don't know. But in any case, I hope y'all are doing good, and I hope this resonates, and if it does, I hope it gives you some kind of clarity, or or helps you in any way, or if a message, that any message or advice that I might that y'all might need or pick up on, or anyway, let's see what comes up. That was one card. The Hanged Man, or the Hanged Cat. Look, it's so cute. It's a hanged cat. It's like hanging from vines and stuff like that. So cute. The hanged cat. That's cute. Why is the hanged cat here? Other messages do we need to? The hanged cat is usually someone who it's someone who is like not going through something, but trying to achieve something, trying to not control the situation, but yeah, like it could be like a person that's going through something that's like trying to control the situation, and then like to a point where you just like throw your hands in the air and be like, you know what, forget it, just forget it, I'm gonna leave this be, and if it comes to me or if it works out, fine, but I'm gonna leave it be, because this is too much for me. I can't. I'm just gonna hang right here and chill for a little bit. Even though I'm upside down and these birds are probably pecking at me and stuff like that, I'm just gonna throw my hands up in the I'm just because the birds are like pecking at me. I'm sure that's what the birds are doing, or maybe they're trying to help them out, who knows. The Hanged Cat. And I'll read from the Soul Cats tarot book, just because I like the descriptions of the illustrations, of the cards. I'm not like, I have the worst grammar and vocabulary. Instead of maybe using intelligent words, I use a lot of swear words. So I'm not much of a talker, not much of a speaker, or like Six of Wands. Six of Wands, I believe, is recognition. I could be wrong though. Yeah, Yeah, I think Six of Wands is recognition, I want to say. Like, and then Seven of Wands, the Hermit. But we have the Justice card that came out. Like I said, we have the Seven of Wands in the bottom of the deck. So yeah, it feels like someone, you or someone around you, whoever is reading this, I mean, seeing this video, reading this, Six of Wands. Yeah, it's kind of like not recognition, almost like recognition of your success, and like let me just read the description of this illustration of the Six of Wands here. So cute. But it looks like, you know, this cat's like, yeah, I know what I did and I succeeded, and here I come striking a pose. Just because it says right here, it says strike a pose and get ready to strut. You have made it to the winner's circles, and now it is time to do your victory lap. This moment is all you dreamed it would be, including the sights, the sounds, the smells, and all those who are gathered to share in your glorious success. Go on, put your best foot forward and receive your reward. And it says guidance. Success comes in many forms. Sometimes it is big and flashy, and other times it is small, and it means more to you than it does to those around you. There are also those rare moments where you experience both of these, and today is one of those days. What you accomplish today will not only fulfill and excite you, but you will also catch the eye of other people. Well done, you did it. And then there's this part where it says protection. So one is guidance and one is protection, if y'all see, I say. So it'll give you like a small little about the, you know, the card itself, like how, you know, it's being depicted here. Like it says, like, strike a pose, and it looks like he's like, yeah, I'm coming in. I'm coming out. I want the world to know I got. You might be feeling somewhat overwhelmed by the fact that you pulled it off and it came together exactly the way you dreamed it would be. Now you feel slightly burned by your own achievements. It happens, and you're not alone in feeling this way. Just be warned, as this can trigger your internal self-sabotage protocols. Therefore, instead of letting this get the better of you, reach out to a friend, mentor, or family member and talk this out. Although this feels uncomfortably large right now, it will pass, and you will want to take a closer look at all you have achieved sooner rather than later. I don't get this though. Like, you feel like this. You are not alone. You feel okay, great. Now you feel slightly burned by your own achievements. Burned? Why? That's weird. And it's kind of weird, you know, that it's saying, you know, you know, saying that, you know, you're gonna find accomplishment, you're gonna feel fulfillment and excitement about life, you know, like that's kind of like what I was saying earlier, you know, like finding things that excite you in life, and or going for those things, doing those things, or achieving those things. I'm gonna read the Hangman just because. Hangcat, I mean. I keep saying the Hangman. I mean, it is the Hangman, but it's so. The Hangcat. Okay. The Hangcat. Let your heart rise above your ego and allow yourself to feel instead of think. Open yourself to seeing the world from a new perspective. Everyone needs to shift their point of view and experience the world of the senses differently. Now is that time for you. Dear reader, you need to get uncomfortable and, dare I say it, become vulnerable. The guidance part says, you have been trying to outthink a situation that can't be figured out using your mind. It is time to instead for the ego to surrender, to bow out and allow the heart and the spirit to take the wheel. There is time and a place for the ego mind, but this is not it. This may make you feel exposed, vulnerable to the world around you, but that is exactly what needs to happen in order for you to come to a resolution. This soul cat knows that sometimes you have to hang upside down and let go. The protection part says, in order to surrender, one first must feel safe. And right now you aren't feeling that way at all. It is important to establish if this feeling or sense of danger is real, or if the ego mind is trying to stop you from opening your heart. Most times, the uneasiness you feel is coming from an imaged sense of doom that either stems from the past or a future that has not been created. However, sometimes it is worth stopping and making sure you are indeed not under threat before you proceed. I don't like that message. It's just the whole, like, I don't know, but I think I said this before, that there's this ego part of me that doesn't let me be vulnerable, or like, I'd rather put like a hard exterior and control a situation, like control my emotions and control, myself. Usually that's how my ego works, so I don't, just so people won't see how I'm feeling, I'd rather act like, instead of a person seeing like, oh, she's sad, she's going through it, she's actually having some kind of mental turmoil in her head. But people won't see that. People will see like, oh, she's just mad, she's petty, she's hating. And it's like, no, I'm just protecting myself. I'm like, that's how the ego protects, Anyway, we have this third card, the Justice, that came out when I was shuffling. These three cards are the Hangman, Six of Wands, and the Justice card. This is the Justice card. Usually it's anything that's just, fair, you know what I mean? And when I believe when a justice card comes out, it's always like, oh, somebody's gonna get their karma or dharma, because there's such thing as karma, but there's such thing as dharma too. Karma is when, um if you do bad, bad will come to you. Dharma is when you do good, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, I've heard this before. Karma and dharma. Because people are like, oh, you're gonna get your karma, you're gonna get your karma, this and that. Like, but nobody, like, people that know about, these things, these esoteric knowledge, I forgot what I was saying. Dang. Oh yeah, that people don't know about dharma. Like, oh, what's dharma? Like, oh, that's when you do actually do good. Because, even though you've done, like, maybe you've done bad, sometimes the dharma that you do, and if it's genuine, and if it's, pure, it could weigh your odds of the bad things you've done. And if you've obviously don't continue doing those things because you're just gonna add on to your karmic lesson, karmic cycle, whatever you want to call it. And then if you don't go through the lesson and actually transmute that energy of a karmic situation, that karmically, yeah, it would most definitely be passed down to your kids. Like, I don't believe, like, that I don't believe so far-fetched in the things that, people say, like, oh, your traumatic experiences will be passed down to your DNA, to your kids. No, like, I believe that there's always been a cause and effect. The way you go about life and your examples, that's what your kids are going to see. You know what I mean? Even though somebody goes through trauma, goes through abuse, right? One individual. And because they went through that abuse and didn't like it, they're going to stop the cycle and not do that to their kids, to their offsprings. So, like, karmic situations are real. Like, how you're conditioned into thinking, the way you're conditioned into thinking will be passed down to your kids because of things that you say, the things that you do day to day that they see. Y'all, like, people think like, oh, kids don't know anything. Like, I just don't like this narrative that people have about kids. I'm like, they're just stupid, and then they do things in front of them. They don't know what's going on. They're stupid. Like, they don't know. Whatever. If they do, it doesn't matter. And they'll do things in front of the kids not knowing that they're gonna grow up thinking or having some kind of conditioning thinking because of what you you had them exposed to, or had the it's, I don't know. I'm going off on a rant. I'm sorry. It's just kids, babies are so precious that people take them for granted. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry. I don't want to get emotional. Sorry. I don't know. Ever since I became a mother, like, even the worst people, I look at them and then I think like, oh, who didn't love you enough? You're like this because somebody didn't value you. didn't take care of you when you were small. And, and it's funny because I could be the Harley Quinn of the story, you know? And I've been the Harley Quinn of many Jokers that, you know, I always felt like, oh, I could change him, or I could make him think that, you know, I'm not like the others, and, you know, it's, it's just, it breaks my heart to see people so hateful, so mad and sad at the world. When the world didn't do anything to you, the world was just teaching you a lesson. We're all gonna go through lessons, and we're all here to find out how it is we're supposed to live our life. And if that means, you know, you taking yourself out of a situation or away from a person, you know, that's the justice, that's the fairness of a situation, you know, what's right and what's wrong. I'm sorry, I don't know how 26. Not everything in one's life has equal value, nor can this value be measured the same from one aspect of your life to another. This is why the scales balance when it logically makes no sense, and other times do not balance when it looks like they should. The weight of conditions versus outcome will never make logical sense. Instead, you have to trust that the results are exactly as they are meant to be. Guidance. It can be hard to see the best outcome of all involved when you expect a result to land in your personal favor. Cost and value aren't just terms of reference for money. They are also how justice decides on her ruling. In other words, what will it cost yourself and others if you win? How much value will the result add to you and all involved? These are not easy questions to answer, which is why to balance the scales is not an act of logic, but an act of faith. Sometimes it is best, the protection part. Sometimes it is best not to get what you want. To be denied now means having a happier future. What seems like the perfect fit for you in the moment is the worst that could happen to your future self. Which is why justice has denied you this particular win. The win you want will be set up by the conditions of this present moment ruling. Yeah, that's exactly why I didn't like, when I said I didn't like this message, because I felt like it's speaking too much to me. So what I'm getting, not saying that there's a sense or energy of giving up, but it kind of is. It kind of is that. Not giving up, but kind of like hold on. Let me clarify just because this is the Wake Me Up Tarot, and these usually have, like, you know, modern day situations, like, you know, one of them has like like this one, you know, like this is the Six of Wands, right? Oh, my bad. I dropped some cards. This is the Six of Wands here, right? The recognition of success or something like that, right? And then this is more modernized because it's, you know, social media. There's a live, like if it was TikTok, and you know the little buttons that they, you know, for TikTok, you know, when you tap 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 tap, that's what that is. You know, it's more modern. I like it. I when I seen it, I was like, oh, it's cute. And so, and look at the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is always like someone artistic or creative, very loving, a loving person, and this and that. And it's a musician because, you know, he's in a studio, right? And he has a puppy on him. Oh my god, he's so cute. Okay, so some of these are, or like the Knight of Cups, like coming in a horse and carriage. Yeah, so these are more modern cards. But yeah, like I keep getting this sense or energy of somebody giving up almost. Like, just because I see the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is like someone like yeah, like the, you know, it's like somebody being cornered, you know, like they feel like feeling attacked and stuff like that, like feeling cornered. And so I don't know if you're in a situation where you feel cornered or in the middle of a situation. I don't know why I feel like in the middle, like in the middle of a situation. I don't know what this is gonna regard, but what this is regarding, if it's a person, if it's something, you know, that you went through, or like Six of Wands is success, right? Yeah, it just, and I'm getting this weird I'm getting this weird feeling of giving up, but like, I said, I don't know if it's giving up on a situation or giving up on self. Or, what's this? What? Can you please clarify the hangman, please? I don't know what this is called. Yeah, see, having the strength card. So this is the Leo card. Usually it's usually like a big cat. Like this is the big cat right here. Like it's a woman holding the big lion's cat, you know, and there's a little lion right there. Oh, that's so cute. Reminds me of Stella. Crazy little girl. But yeah, the strength card. Looking at this picture, you know, this is grandma. This is granny. She's already been through, like, I'm sure this is a picture of her when she was young. She was a hiker. She was a badass. She did things, you know. She has a story to tell. She has patience. She has strength. She has enough patience to calm the beast. This is the beast right here, the little kid. Like, she's not mad. She's just being patient, and she's calming the the tiger. She's not overpowering him or anything like that. She's calming him down. Now, yeah, you're like, she's balanced, you know. And I say that because she has the infinity sign right here in her necklace. you know, balance. Having strength and patience. Yeah, I like. Yeah. The Magician, and look at the infinity card, the infinity symbol right here again. Either having the strength to create something, having the strength to manifest, because the Magician is a manifester. He has all the tools and all the knowledge and all the resources to create, to invent something. But it's needing a lot of strength. With the Hanged Cat here, and given what it had told us, you know, allowing yourself to feel instead of think. Open yourself to seeing the world from a new perspective. Everyone needs to shift their point of view and experience in the world of sense differently. Now is the time for you. Dear reader, you need to get uncomfortable, and I dare to say, become vulnerable. That's crazy. Let me just, I'm gonna put these back, just because that's one thing about clarification cards. Like, I don't like when people have them out in the in the table in the spread, and having all these cards. Like, it's so freaking confusing, because, you know, especially because, you know, yeah, I'm clarifying the Hanged Man, and if I go to the Six of Wands, what if it's trying to tell me the same thing? You know, you need to be strong still, like. So I always put the clarification cards back in, but I always, you know, say like, this is what came out for the Hanged Man. Now I'm gonna clarify the Six of Wands. Why is the Six of Wands here? Can you clarify the Six of Wands? Can you clarify the Six of Wands for me, please? Yeah. And look at that, the Strength card again. And look what came out. The Hanged Man again. Well, this is exactly what I was feeling about the whole situation. The energy that I'm getting. The Six of Wands, your success is I've said this many times, and I'll keep saying it until, and for the reason that I hope somebody takes my advice, or somebody takes what I say into consideration and value. Okay, sorry. Life is not happening to you. Okay? Life is happening for you. Regardless of a situation, bad, good, is there to teach you something, is there to help you see different perspectives. You know what I mean? It's just people get too caught up on the things that have happened to them, and instead of learning from the situation, you let it deteriorate you in a certain way. Either for example, this is the Tower card. This is a depiction of a wedding cake. Okay, the tears of the wedding cake. There's the groom, there's the bride. You know, they're always on top of the wedding cake, right? In regular depiction of the illustration of this card is a tower breaking down. Okay. That's a foundation, a faulty foundation that needed to come down. It came down because it was in a faulty foundation. There was either lies, there was either something not said that needed to be said, something needed to be realized to, you know, for a resolution. Didn't we say that too? Resolution. What is that? The justice? The resolution part of it? So like I said, the Six of Wands speaks about success. What's going to be your success, the clarification of that. The Hanged Man and the Tower. So basically saying, you know, letting go of a situation and letting it crumble. You know, the Hanged Man is letting go, not holding on to the situation, just, you know, kind of like letting the chips fall where they may, right? This time, instead for the ego to wheel, to surrender, to bow out and allow the heart and the spirit to take the wheel. Yeah, like this may make you feel exposed and vulnerable to the world around you, but that is exactly what needs to happen in order for you to come to a resolution. See, that's what I'm saying. The soul cat knows that sometimes you have to hang upside down and let go. In order to surrender, you must first feel safe. Safe. Yeah. Yeah, I'm getting the sense of either, like I said, not, yeah, like giving up on a situation, not letting a situation stress you or make you overthink or have you control the situation a certain way for it to go a certain way. Just letting it fall, let it come down, let it be exposed, let it maybe you need to, it just contradicts what I've said before, because you always hear like, oh, going through, like, you know, going through hard times, you actually had to go through it, you have to feel your emotions and stuff like that. But then there's other people that I've mentioned that have said like, oh, you shouldn't dwell in those thoughts, and like, I guess like feeling the feels, but not letting the feels keep you in a low vibration, you know, to make you think, or yeah, to make you think or do things that you shouldn't be doing, like, you know, going out drinking, and or going out and, you know, being what's that word, promiscuous, or going out there and just being mad at the world, you know what I mean? And that's the sense that I get, like this energy of, you know, like people just, yeah, I get the sense of like somebody giving up on themselves. I don't know why. I mean, that's happened to me many times, and I feel like it happens to me frequently when there's inconveniences in life. You know, I just want to like react, and later on you're like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have reacted like that. I should have just, you know, I don't know. Let me put these back because this this video is getting to be too long, and I'm really sorry. Let's see what the gist is. Yeah, there, come on. See, what? This came out, and this is competition. This is a fighting at all cost, at any cost. You know, fighting. You know, just starting something just because. There's this competition is I don't know. I didn't even say anything. But I did say, why is this justice card here? I was about to say that, and that one flipped out. So it could be people arguing. That's kind of having you in this hangman situation. Like, you know what? I'm just gonna back off and let this situation go because me doing the most or trying to do this and trying to do that is not getting me anywhere. So I'm just gonna lay here, or well, lay here and see, look at the Tower card again popped up when this card popped out. So I don't know if it's an argument between friends, family, co-workers, a situation that has you like, you know, okay, this came through right now, just, you know, that I'm thinking about it. Like if there's gossip, right? Like let's say there's gossip in the workplace, or even friends in the family. It could be any scenario. But I'm gonna give an example of in the workplace. Let's you know, there's a rumor going on around about me. You know, they're saying this and that, and they're doing this and that to try to get me fired or try to make me look bad. And instead of, you know, like instead of making the situation worse by fighting or retaliating or trying to like switch the script on them, like, oh, so they're gonna be gossiping and lying or saying lies about me, so I'm gonna go and do the same, you know, like tit for tat. Instead of doing the tit for tat, you're gonna, like, you know what, this ain't my this These are not my clowns. This is not my circus. I know that I didn't do whatever they say that they're saying about me. Or even if you are, I know I'm not a bad person because I put my boundaries up and they feel some type of way, or I say something because, or like I'm not gonna, add fuel to the fire. I'm just gonna, put my hands up, surrender to the situation, and let, the chips fall, the cards fall where they have to, like if they're gonna be doing all this stuff and this and that. And I feel like, because when I clarified the Six of Wands and the clarification cards were the hanged man again, with the Tower card, like just letting go, instead of holding on or trying to control or this and that, like, oh, I'm gonna do this and that. Instead of doing that, you're just gonna let it go, let the tower fall, let the people talk, let what needs to happen. Because sooner or later, if you were wrong or not, if you knew you were right, justice will come to the situation. Whatever Five of Wands energy there is, competition, fighting, or whatever, tit for tat kind of situation, it's better to walk away from a situation, putting your hands up and letting go. You know what? Not my clown, not my circus. This is not, this yeah, this is an example of, like, for example, there's this woman that I know. She's been there for years at her job. She's great. She's always, training people. And then when the company needs something to get done, this person is always there to be like, all right, I'll do it. Since I know how to do it and nobody else can do it, because y'all don't want to, force these people to do what their job that they need to do. But I'm here to do my job. Regard them, but I'm here to do my job. I can help you. So it comes to a situation where, this woman has an individual saying things behind her back, or going to people and, like, making it seem like they're talking about her. Like, this individual would go to another individual and be like, right? And then look at the other person and, like, make that person feel like they're, that they're talking about her. And, like, and this person that I'm talking about, like, she kept her cool. She's like, you know what? Not my clown, not my circus. I'm not about that drama. I'm going to continue to sit here and do what I need to do. What, regardless of what other drama is going on, I'm going to focus on this. Sooner or later, all the individuals at that workplace came to realize that the problem that was the problem. And now nobody talks to that certain individual that was like about this other lady. They came to realize, they opened their eyes to the situation. Like, at first they were against, the other one that was, sitting, doing her job. She's always there to train people. She's always there to do her work. When they need something, she's always there, like, all right, I'll do it, because since y'all don't, it's, I hope you I hope you were able to catch on to the story with, not having names and this individual and that individual. I hope you know what, I hope you're catching up on what I'm trying to say. The justice came to that lady, the one that was causing you know, the drama or spreading the rumors or trying to get another person to get in her feels and probably make her go tit for tat, like, oh, this is how I'm gonna get her fired, or this is how I'm gonna get people to not like her. I'm a create a, not create, but kind of an illusion of I'm talking shit about her, so she'll get mad and then she'll retaliate, and then she'll be the bad person, you know. I could just say like, oh, she's crazy. I never said anything to her. She's crazy. I don't do those things. That's just all in her imagination. She's crazy. But no, this person like continued doing what she needed to do. Let them talk. Let them whisper about her and everything. And then later on, they realized that she wasn't the problem. It was the person that was causing all this. And did you hear about this? Oh, and this and that, and justice will come to those that need it. Dharma and karma. It's yeah, that's what I get. But yeah, that's I've said this many times. Like I said, it's not life happening to you, it's life happening for you to learn. Everything is a learning experience, and you're not going to get it the first time, you got to learn how to communicate with people. And if your parents, all they did was scream at you and boss you around and bark at you, that's all you're going to know. If your parents just smacked you around and hit you for no fucking reason, like, obviously there's always a reason. You were bothering them and they didn't like it, so they wanted you to shut up and sit down. That affects that person, how they're gonna go about life. Like, they're not gonna be able to communicate intellectually because you went about just screaming and hitting them. Instead, that's all you're doing is teaching your kid that that's how they have to be in life. Why you think there's so many freaking individuals out here, grown individuals, that don't think for themselves? They think with their ego, because they get offended because of what somebody said, or I don't know. That's just, there's no intellectual, you can't how you say it, I don't know. And I get it. Some kids, some people don't know what they're doing and weren't taught the right way how to, I don't know. It's just, I feel like nobody's thinking about the kids. Like, I feel like that lady from The Simpsons. Somebody think about the kids. Because these are the kids who are going to later on be, trailing this world, control, like, not being able to control their emotions and their impulsiveness to just destroy and self-sabotage. That I don't know how to say these things, and I try, because I don't want to sound stupid, like, I don't know. There's just too many kids out here, too many people having kids, popping kids like it's peanuts, or for their convenience of, oh, if I have a kid, I'm gonna have this man next to me, or I might get help. I'm gonna receive help because you know, they're gonna feel bad for me and not have kids and this and that. Like, people use kids, exploit kids, abuse kids, and then people wonder why the world it is the way it is. Why you think these kids are being neglected, abused, and that's gonna trickle to a ripple that it's not a ripple that will not stop. And when it stops, it's gonna be too late. The damage is already done. The spread is already, the spread of the illness, the spread of your lack of intelligence just keeps going and going until, I don't know. I think that's what it is. Like, I wonder about the world. You know, it's hard to go about life having a purpose and then trying to make things better. But then you have the outside world, the environment, just testing you, testing your faith, testing your faith in humanity. But I've came to realize that there's always going to be a test, even when you speak on the things that you want. That's why they say be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it, and it's not going to come in rainbows and butterflies. People say, you know, they go and pray and talk to God, or, you know, whatever you believe in, angels, ancestors. They go about wishing and wanting things, saying, oh, I just want a better love, a better life. But having or receiving a better life in a platter, you're not going to know what to do with it. You're going to scrawn it, you know. So situations of a better life will come to your existence to live out that wish that you want. If you want that wish, you can't just receive wishes and not, you know, give something in return. You got to give your energy. You got to give, you know, for example, like I said, wishing and wanting a better love, or a better human in your life, right? You're gonna keep running into shit humans, or shit or bad, or, you know, not so stellar situations to help you understand or to realize who the good people are. You know what I mean? To help you learn how to pick out the good people, because good people are just not gonna fall on your lap. Nothing is ever gonna fall in your lap. People are not, but the good people are never gonna fall in your lap. You have to see that person. You have to, you know, get to know that person. You know, there's certain things that people like to skip through. They forget they have to go through A, B, and C to get to Z. You know, A, B, and C, and so on to get to Z. They want to skip all that and just, you know, go to the good parts. Like, oh, I have a boyfriend, whatever. Let's just get married and happily ever after. No. You got to get to know that person. You got to experience them. Experience if your love language is the same love language that they have. And if they don't have the same love language, are they willing to learn that love language for you? That's a good person. A person that thinks before reacting, or a person that thinks what's good and bad, and will tread always in the good, regardless of how hard or how easy it is to do something hard, to do something bad. Oh, I want a big house, and I want a pool. Well, that means that you're gonna have to work your ass off for that pool, you know? And oh, I just want to be a better person. Well, things and situations are gonna happen to get you to be that, to so God and your ancestors could see, like, oh yeah, we she wanted to be a good person, so we gave her situations, as in maybe learning by example. I'm gonna do better so other people can see how to do better, like kind of like that, you know things like that will happen to you, like, oh well, this situation crossed my path to help me learn that, people who, just because they're there for you in the good times doesn't mean that they're going to be there in the bad times. And you have to learn. It's just learning experiences, instead of letting things happen to you. It's happening for you to learn, to elevate, to think differently, to see things differently. It's things about life, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm just saying the same thing over and over again and not getting my point across, or not. It's just, that's what I feel life is about, it's just, oh, I want a life, um I'm trying to give examples, like, it's so hard to give I don't know why it's so hard to give examples, but yeah, I hope y'all know what the heck I'm trying to say, what my point is, because I feel like I go around and around in circles saying the same thing, and I like how I want to say it doesn't, or like the message or the energy, or it's a lot of things. I'm sorry. An hour. God, I'm sorry. But yeah, I hope y'all like this message and take something out of it, something good out of it. Sorry for the crying, but yeah. I hope y'all doing good, and I'll see y'all in the next time. Please like, share, subscribe if it resonated, and if it didn't, or if you don't, you don't have to. You don't have to. I always say I'm gonna try to do more videos, but it just never happens. So I'm just not gonna say that. But I'll see y'all in the next time, and I hope y'all stay good. Y'all stay sane and protected. Stay very sane and protected, because we're going through spiritual warfare right now, and I think it's always been spiritual warfare. I hate when people have this agenda, like, oh, there's always a spiritual warfare. It's always been that. It's always going to be there. If you are alive, thinking and breathing, and you have a sense of will, which we all do, you have a sense of thinking for yourself and stuff like that, it's just, there's always going to be learning lessons, stepping stones, milestones of human and emotional, intellectual maturity, you know. It's maturity, knowing. What is that word, mature? Like, where does it come from? Mature. Mature. But yeah. Sometimes I feel like I want to say so much. And there is a lot that I want to say. And it's just like, sometimes it's not the right time, I guess. But yeah. I don't know how to end these videos. But yeah. I hope y'all doing good.